you all for tuning in. My name is Law Nation, and we're going to go over the Dallas Cowboys versus the Vikings and what we should look for out of that particular game. I will say this. When you think of Kirk Cousins, you really can't say he's a horrible quarterback, and you can't say that he's an excellent quarterback. He's somewhere in that middle place, and I don't think that he's even average. Maybe you can put him just above average, right? Now, the Vikings, they use a unique system. They love to run the ball. They love to set up the play action, and they love to see whether or not can Kirk Cousins get the ball down the field. And that's just what we can see when we turn on the tape and we look at everything and how the Cowboys can combat against that. But you still got to study your opponent, even though our record is not what we want it to be, right? But let's look at the Vikings. Let's see what they got. When you think about it, they love to run the ball. To be exact, they actually ran the ball, I would say 33 times. And the attempts primarily came from Dalvin Cook. He had 96 yards in this game. Kirk Cousins, he was 25 for 36 for 292 yards. They love to utilize the run to set up the play action pass, and they utilize those weapons. Now, they got a young kid out there that is cooking it up. Jefferson, 8 receptions for 135 yards. And then, of course, they got their version of an old, reliable Kyle Rudolph who caught some necessary passes for 63. And then they got a veteran guy, Adam Thielen. So they got some people that they can get the ball around to. And that's how they utilize their game. Yes, it's a zone run scheme. Nevertheless, they got a quarterback who's not afraid to release it, and he will give you one. He will give you one. When you think about it, when I'm saying one, he will pass the ball in an awkward position to get the interception. You just got to take advantage of the opportunity when you see it. Now, Kirk Cousins, I know a lot of people will look at his collective body of work and say, well, I'm not worried about Kirk Cousins, but every now and then he will throw a pass like that. And you see how Adam Thielen, he knows how to track the ball. He knows how to see what's going on a play, especially one-on-one. So when you have isolation, it's one-on-one, no safety over the top, I believe that Kirk Cousins knows how to utilize that. And that is what Kirk Cousins brings to the table. Now, can the Cowboys combat against that? I can't really put a finger on it, but hopefully Chido Awuzie and our version of AB, Anthony Brown, can slow it down. Now, this young kid right here, number 18, Jefferson, man, coming out of college, you would think that, yeah, he would probably play in the slot or he would probably play on certain down. No. They got this brother playing and lining up everywhere on the field. He high point the ball. He bring the ball down. He's a sure hands catcher. And he's on pace right now to being one of the better rookie wide receivers in the game. Now, here's another thing that they do. They spread out the defense when they're compromised. Blitz in the face. They get the ball out to Dalvin Cook on the edge here. That is what this particular Minnesota Vikings can do, because although you have 8 in the box or you corral the box, they still will attack the edge. And that is how they utilize their weapons to spread things out, especially when the defense are all inside. So we have to worry about those things as well. And when you think about Kirk Cousins, like I said, he will utilize the entire field. He will get everybody into the mix of things. And this is a pass to, of course, the rookie who had a crazy day. Like I said, he had 8 receptions for 135 yards, and that is just how it goes. And he had a 55-yard, 54-yarder earlier, and that is how you can corral. You have to play disciplined football against the Vikings. Nobody can play hero ball. Look, you got to be disciplined, because this is what happened. Cook, boy, he can cook to capture the edge. That's his game. Now, he can't run in between the splits, but primarily his game is attacking the edge. And we have to figure out, okay, when we load the box, we have everybody inside, they will spread the ball out, but we still have to be disciplined. We still have to attack to the ball. We still have to play within ourselves and stop looking at it like, okay, this team got a high powered guys that can score. But if you play your keys, like I said, Kirk Cousins will give you one. And trust me, Khalil Mack is a dog, return of the Mack. But I believe number 19 on this particular play kind of stopped his route. You want to fight all the way through it, and he kind of held up a little bit. And Khalil Mack said, yeah, but I don't blame number 19. You know, you look at that Khalil Mack, they're finna take you off the map. So, hey, that's just one of those things where it's, hey, it just determined or depending on the heart of your said quote-unquote player. But he continued to drive the ball. This is an extra play by number 18, fighting for the yard. Look at fight dive. I like number 18, which is Jefferson. Man, I can only imagine if, and I'm using the operative word, if good old Dak Prescott would have been healthy for the remainder of the year. Ooh-wee, CeeDee Lamb would have been crazy. He's been putting up yards just like this. This is a 54-yard catch by Jefferson. Now, like I said, they utilize him everywhere on the field, and this is the middle of the field. Tall target, deceptive speed, and he can get upfield. And the Chicago Bears defense is nothing to sneeze at. So you will have to control the entire field. You have to play with inside yourself. You cannot sit back and fall into the traps of things and saying, okay, we can line them up one-on-one. You know, you got to have some zone concepts, and you got to be mindful of their run. And then you can't play hero ball. You can't. And see how number 33 was able to capture that edge there? Squeezes, looks like everything is shut down. Squeezes, his own player got in the way. And on that play, he got hit in the jewels, but he got back up, and they continue to run. That's Madison right there. He's a similar runner, hard-nosed runner, downhill runner. Not similar in the fashion of Dalvin Cook, but similar as a way of his reads and his cuts. Now, they do have a zone run concept, so they see the hole, bounce out, and then they get their spacing from there. So it's just how it goes from here. And we gonna have to play real sound football, and we got to be mindful of these guys with the concept that the actual offensive linemen, they may not drive and hit because of they playing in this zone concept, but we still have to be mindful that even though the play may look like a passing play, we still have to fight through it. Now there's their old reliable. Hey, that was a 3rd and long play, John. 3rd and long. And Kirk Cousins drops back and he scans the field. He goes to his target. So on 3rd downs, you got to look for those things. The veteran guys. That will be the Adam Thielen. That will be the Kyle Rudolph. And I ain't talking about the red nose. So we got to be mindful that this game is going to be rough, rugged, run to set up the passes on the edge. Ooh, that's another good play on the edge there for number 18, the young rookie. Man, oh man. Rolls out. Look at everybody bit to that play action. One-on-one to the outside. Kirk Cousins will go to you if he's one-on-one. If he's one-on-one, he trusts his arm. He trusts what he can do with his offense, and that's what they would do. And this is the dirty play right here. Dirty yards. Looks like he got nothing, but that's 6. That's 6 of them right there. Patient runner, quick. Look at his feet. Look at his vision. The kid is awesome. Now, one can argue and say, man, with 30 attempts, he should have north of 100 yards. But what happened with that is that, of course, they had some plays that they was called back due to the penalty. All right, so on this play, veteran play, look for your dog. He's always going to go to the veterans when he goes into the red zone situation. That means Kyle Rudolph, and Rudolph ate us up last year, but Rudolph and Adam Thielen. We're going to have to be mindful of that. And look at this play. Squeezes around. He got 8 yards off of that. So this guy, his legs going to always move. Coach say, keep them legs moving, keep them legs moving, keep them legs moving. See, that is what Cook will do all day. He's not going to give you nothing cheap. He's going to give you the full work action. And that's just how he's going to run this thing all the way out. And then Kirk Cousins, he's still that guy that can utilize the entire field. So we're going to have to be ready. We're going to have to make sure that all of our guys are on their keys. Now, D-Law did say, hey, we going to make sure that we stop them from getting 300 yards because the Browns did a similar concept because they ran a zone scheme run, and D-Law was like, hey, well, it's not going to happen this weekend. Well, D-Law, I know for sure you can hold down the fort for yourself. I'm not worried about D-Law. I'm just maybe worried about the other guys, you see. I'm not worried about D-Law against the run. And we shouldn't be worried about D-Law against the run, but we should be mindful that the other people on the team, will they be in the right spot? Will they not be sacking and third guessing, what have you? Will Jalen Smith come down and hit? We already heard the news all this week about, hey, he's playing for a contract when he's already got guaranteed money. That's the craziest thing of it all, Cowboy Nation. You can't, like, let's be real about it. Whether or not the news is real or fake or phony, whatever it may be with the Jalen Smith situation, you can't give a brother guaranteed money and then threaten to take the guaranteed money. They don't work that way. So once your money is guaranteed, it's guaranteed. That's the same goes for Ezekiel Elliott. You know, you can't threaten to cut the brother or saying if you don't take a pay cut, then you're gone. The money is already guaranteed. The money is already in the hand. So, look, let's just move on from, hey, they're going to cut this guy or they're going to release this guy. They got all of the leverage now. The leverage is gone. Let me know if I'm lying. Now, I can say this right here, Cowboy Nation. It will always be at any given Sunday. And I do know that people that put TT in the chat box that says Team Tank, I know that you guys would like for us to lose this game. But I'm always with the mindset of, hey, you got to try to win every game. So you can put NT in the chat box if you know Tank, you know. So my thing is, Cowboy Nation, we just want to see a good game, a fair game. You don't want the aficionados to have their hands into the mix. I think that if we can start off scoring early and often, that would change some of the philosophies of what the Minnesota Vikings is trying to do. And for dog sure, I definitely don't want to hear that horn over there. So if we can score early and often and figure this thing out, maybe, just maybe, if special teams can show up and show us something, right? And we would do probably, let me see, I would probably do another episode on the defense, what to expect from their defense. But they got my dog from TCU, Jeff Gladney. Oh, my goodness. He's playing pretty good this year. Rookie guy. He's playing pretty good. Solid. And another guy to watch out for is Harris, Anthony Harris. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. So those are the two guys. They just have variations of guys to come out and do some things over there. With the Wilson kid, he's pretty good. So we just have to have our, and I'm talking about on the defensive side, you know, we just have to work. I think he had a sack last game. So what we have to do is punch him in the mouth early and often and see if we can play ahead. You know, if we can play ahead, then that will cause Kirk Cousins to turn into second cousin and pass us the ball. Like, cuz, give me the ball. So that's my thoughts on everything. Post me your concerns of this game. Post me how you guys feel about this game. And should we at least show up to compete? Now, like I said, I'm all about winning every game. But if we lose, hey, you know, we win. If we win, we win. So it's the same situation. All right, Cowboy Nation, let's continue to grind to shine. Hit that support button, hit that like button, and also hit that share button, depending on which platform you're watching on. And subscribe. Beat down that big red button over there if you're on the YouTube page. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Let's go, Cowboys. Let's go. One way or another. Still, like I say, I always say a puncher's chance. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it. That's what you got to do, Cowboy Nation. Continue to fight. Fight. And even if you're falling down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Let me know if I'm lying. Still continue to fight. Fight, play this thing all the way through. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Let's go. Peace.
This is Sparta!